Last Sunday, Donald Trump tweeted out some praise and a bit of a warning for North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. Donald Trump tweeted out the following. He said, "Kim Jong-un is too smart and has far too much to lose, everything actually, if he acts in a hostile way. North Korea, under the leadership of Kim Jong-un, has tremendous economic potential, but it must denuclearize as promised." And this little half compliment, half threat thing that Donald Trump tweeted out didn't sit too well with leadership over in North Korea, if you can imagine. And so you had North Korean former nuclear negotiator Kim Yong-chol, who said the following: "As Trump is such a heedless and erratic old man, the time when we cannot but call him a dotard again may come. Trump has too many things that he does not know about North Korea. We have nothing more to lose. Though the U.S. may take away anything more from us, it can never remove the strong sense of self-respect, might, and resentment against the U.S. from us." Now, does that sound like the statement of the kind of guy we ought to be over there working with in North Korea? Look, I admit that Trump's statement was horrible and stupid, and he does heap far too much praise on murderous dictators, not just Kim Jong-un, but anyone he can find around the planet. He loves them. But wow, this dude, Kim Yong-chol, he's pissed. But he also laid out a very interesting point there. We have nothing more to lose. See, Donald Trump, and I actually think a lot of leaders on both sides of the aisle end up making this mistake in their negotiations. They think, listen, if you don't do what we say, we're going to make things bad for you. Well, guess what? 99% of people in North Korea, shit's already bad. And that's what he's saying. Like, we got nothing more to lose, man. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Things can't get any worse for us. And the reason the leadership in countries like that, just like in China with these trade deals, the reason they don't care is because they're going to be fine regardless. They're living in their little ivory towers while they're starving their own country to death. They don't care because they're not affected. The people who are affected are at the point where they're just like, screw it, we got nothing else to lose. Go ahead and be a weirdo on Twitter. Go ahead and insult our leadership. It's not going to make things any worse for us. And that's why we always end up at these stalemates. It's why we're at a stalemate with North Korea on denuclearization. It's why we're at a stalemate with China with the trade deal. And I'm not saying China's a dictatorship, but obviously you look at the conditions of most of the people living in China, the leadership doesn't care about them. They don't care if they get hurt by a trade war because the leadership's going to be fine. Just like in North Korea. The people in Kim Jong-un's palace, the people in his little administration, if you want to call it that, they're okay. They're not hurting for anything. Everyone else in the country, not so much. But they don't care because if they did, those people wouldn't be living in those situations to begin with. Trump has failed. He is not an expert negotiator. He has given North Korea everything that they have asked for and gotten absolutely nothing in return. And so he is resorting to begging them on Twitter to do what they allegedly promised to do, even though all of us looking at this objectively before it even started told him it ain't ever going to happen because you're trying to negotiate with a bad faith actor. This is exactly what every administration that came before Trump went through. None of them were successful because North Korea has no intention of denuclearizing, because if they do, they lose the one thing that they have that is keeping them from being destroyed by another country. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.